Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vanessa and you are watching the Exploring Oracle or the Exploracle for short. If you're new here to my channel, what I usually do is I show you a deck from my personal collection, show you all of the cards and just talk about it. And today we will be taking a look at this deck called the Circe Tarot. So this is a Los Scarabeo mass market deck. I have not used this deck. If you've been watching my channel long, I've been talking about not reading much tarot lately, but I usually get my decks, I wouldn't say in bulk, but I ship them from the US here to the Philippines because I live in the Philippines, and I get this during the Llewellyn sales. So usually I have them in bulk, but haven't really had the chance to use some of my newer decks, and this one is one of them. Um, Here you have the guidebook for the Circe Tarot. And usually with Los Scarabeo decks, you actually have them in multiple languages. But in this case, this one is all in English. So you have about 57, no, more than. You have over 60 pages of information for this particular deck. And just want to show you, you have here some introduction, a spread, 3-card spread. Before you go into the meanings of the cards, so you have here the major arcana. I would think the minors, yeah, the minors have a shorter write-up. But I think this is still a lot of information compared to some other Los Scarabeo decks that I've had in the past. So you have an extra card here, some title cards, and cardstock. So the cardstock for this deck is quite standard Los Scarabeo cardstock. Not too thick, not too thin, snaps back well. Although I have noticed that they have felt a little bit thinner. And the newer decks do develop a bow. But since it's quite flexible, you can just shuffle them the other way around. Oops. And usually they would correct themselves like that. These are the backs. They are reversible, and yeah, it doesn't seem to be clumping, and you can fan them out if you like doing that. Okay, so let's zoom in and take a closer look at all of these cards. Okay, so I adjusted my light a little so that the light doesn't reflect on the cards, but it does look a little bit dark. I hope you can still see the detail. It looks a little blurry though. But yeah, the cards are almost borderless, but you do have the names of the cards at the bottom. I actually don't know what art style this is, but I found it interesting. So I still decided to pick it up because it's an unusual kind of art style that I still don't have in my collection. Plus, I do like Circe's character. She is a sorceress and I believe a minor goddess of magic. There's something about her story that just feels, I think, quite empowering as a woman. You know, she's not exactly, she does I think have quite a tragic backstory because she's like destined to stay in an island, but there's something about her being a powerful sorceress and all that I enjoy, that I relate to, and that I like that kind of energy, working with that kind of energy. But they are beautiful cards. The colors are, I don't know, slightly muted on some of the cards, but for some they're really beautiful. Oh, I love this moon card. Yeah, it's a really unique art style. Okay, moving on to the minors, the cups. So actually, trying to recall my Greek mythology. I can't remember if it was Circe who was trapped in an island, or I think that might have been Calypso. But I do know that she does live alone until I think it was Odysseus and his men that arrived in her island. Ten of Cups. Page of Cups. Knight of Cups. Then the Pentacles. So I haven't shuffled this, so this is the order that it came in. Three of Pentacles. As always, feel free to slow down, speed up, or pause if you want to take a closer look at the cards. Then you have a 9. Ten. Page. Knight. Queen. And the King. And then the Wands suit. Ace of Wands. Two of Wands. Three of Wands. Interesting. Four of Wands. Five of Wands. Six of Wands. Seven of Wands. Eight of Wands. Nine of Wands. Then you have here the 10. Although it doesn't really look that burdened, does he? Page. A Knight. Queen. And King. Then our last suit, we have the Ace of Swords. Two of Swords. Three of Swords. Four of Swords. Five of Swords. Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords. Here the 10. The Page. Knight. Queen. And King. Alright. Okay, so with most Los Carabeo decks, I don't really have issues shuffling them. So in this case, it's pretty much the same. Riffle shuffles really well. Let's do that. So yeah, it does. Let's shuffle it the other way around just to make sure we're not developing any major bows with the shuffling. But I don't know, I feel like the older Los Carabeo decks actually have better cardstock. I don't know, is it just me? Okay, then we will be reading for the Hermit. Oh. Let's move it here so it's not in direct. It's not directly being hit by the light. And then it says here for the Hermit, it is the divine mystery stirring inside Kronos, the last of the Titans, born from the union of Uranus, the starry sky, and Gaia, the great Mother Earth. He embodies the wisdom arising from the conjunction of his divine parents. Sagacity and mystery swirl within his being in magical balance that leads to change and revolution. Time, the cycle of life and death, fertility, agriculture, power and strength. The struggle between the old and the new, The ability to cut and separate. This is Kronos, the elder, the ancient wayfarer who, by keeping time and destiny closely tied, uses his wisdom to guide the transition from ancient age, to a new dawn. And then you have here keywords, meditative, solitude, and renunciation. So this is Kronos. So I think this deck is a mix of both tarot and mythology. So I think I would like this actually. Because yeah, I'm just looking at some of the write-ups. They do talk about the characters in the cards and their stories in the mythological sense. And I think I will enjoy that, to be honest, as a fan of Greek mythology and tarot. But yeah. So I don't know, to be honest, when I will really get to know this deck. Just being honest that lately I haven't really been reaching out for tarot much, but I do like having these decks in my collection. I do like looking at the art. It's something that I still enjoy, and you know, whenever a deck would get to teach me something new or something different, I do enjoy that. So yeah, glad to have this in my collection. Yeah. So that has been the flip through of the Circe Tarot by the let me move my light. So that has been the flip through of the Circe Tarot. I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, don't forget to click on the like button and do consider subscribing to my channel. See you again next time. Bye!